They call it the Devil's Triangle, a place where ships vanish without a trace, where planes disappear from the sky as if swallowed by the sea itself. A region stretching from Miami to Bermuda to Puerto Rico, calm and sunny one moment, and a graveyard of mysteries the next. For over a century, this patch of the Atlantic Ocean has defied explanation. This is the story of the Bermuda Triangle, one of the most chilling enigmas of the 20th century. The legend began quietly, with ships failing to arrive and families waiting at docks that never saw their loved ones again. But it wasn't until December 5th, 1945, that the Bermuda Triangle truly captured the world's imagination. 5 U.S. Navy planes, Flight 19, took off from Fort Lauderdale for a routine training mission. Experienced pilots, clear weather, full fuel tanks, everything was normal. But within hours, radio operators heard chilling messages. We can't find West. Everything looks wrong. The ocean doesn't look right. Then, static, silence. 14 airmen vanished. And when a search plane went after them, it disappeared too. Not a single piece of wreckage was ever found. The U.S. Navy's report called it cause unknown. But whispers began. Could something supernatural be at play? Over the next 2 decades, the disappearances continued. In 1948, a passenger plane named Star Tiger vanished without a trace near Bermuda. The following year, another, Star Ariel. Both planes gone mid-air, no distress call, no debris. British investigators called the cases unsolved and inexplicable. Then came the Marine Sulphur Queen, a massive U.S. tanker carrying molten sulfur. 69 men on board. In 1963, she radioed her last position near the Florida Keys. And then, nothing. The U.S. Coast Guard searched for weeks. All they found were a few pieces of floating debris and life jackets. No bodies, no clues. Their final statement read, "The vessel was in unseaworthy condition and may have suffered catastrophic failure." But locals and sailors weren't convinced. "Ships don't just vanish like smoke," one Florida fisherman said, "not without something bigger behind it." By the 1950s and 60s, newspapers had turned the triangle into a monster of myths. Writers claimed that the area was cursed, that UFOs, sea vortices, even underwater cities like Atlantis were responsible. Charles Berlitz's 1974 bestseller, The Bermuda Triangle, made it a global sensation. Millions of readers believed that something beyond science haunted the Atlantic. But then came Larry Kusha, a librarian and pilot. He decided to investigate every single case, one by one. And what he found shocked the world. Many triangle incidents weren't even inside the so-called triangle. Others had simple explanations: engine failure, bad weather, navigation errors. He accused the writers of twisting facts and creating a mystery that didn't exist. His verdict: the Bermuda Triangle is nothing but a manufactured myth. Yet despite his research, the myth refused to die. Even the U.S. Coast Guard and Lloyd's of London weighed in, saying there was no evidence of greater danger in the area than anywhere else on Earth. But believers stood firm. "How do you explain Flight 19?" they asked. "How do you explain ships that leave no trace?" Scientists offered natural explanations. The Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current, could sweep wreckage hundreds of miles away in hours. Sudden storms, waterspouts, and rogue waves could sink even large vessels. Magnetic anomalies might confuse old compasses. Some geologists even suggested methane gas explosions from the seafloor could lower water density, causing ships to sink instantly. But none of these theories explain all the disappearances. And so, mystery lingers. Pilots still report strange compass readings. Fishermen still tell stories of seeing lights under the water and hearing radio static that carries voices long gone. Today, the Bermuda Triangle is one of the busiest air and sea routes in the world. Thousands of ships and planes cross it daily, safely. Yet the legend remains alive, whispered in documentaries, in sailors' bars, and in the fearful minds of those who cross its waters. The truth may be simple, or perhaps it's hidden somewhere beneath those endless waves. As one Coast Guard officer once said, "The sea still holds her secrets, and some of them she never gives back." So what do you think? Is the Bermuda Triangle just an overhyped myth or a doorway to something the world still doesn't understand? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, because next time, we'll dive into another mystery that still refuses to be solved.